in Central Africa time. To the team that has been, thank you so much. Tshepi Somakwetla on Africa World Hour, looking ever so stunning in that mustard dress. Nevertheless, let's get into self-care, self-love Mondays. In the first hour of the show, we're going to be looking at endocrine disruptor chemicals. Now, there was a research published by the University of Free State that spoke to sanitary towels as well as panty liners being harmful because they have these particular chemicals. However, we're going to dig a little deeper into these chemicals, okay? They can be found in all kinds of things. And so if you're thinking to yourself, I just need to stay away from sanitary towels and panty liners, the story doesn't end there, okay? In the second hour of the show, we have an opportunity to break things down with the author behind the book of Persuasion. And this book essentially teaches us how to persuade people while building trust. And I'd love to hear from you this evening. How are you doing? Find me on WhatsApp +27 83 6684.
Nighttime radio, just the way you like it. On Channel Africa, where the night comes alive.
Riche d'hommes et de valeurs.
Africa Speaks on African Diaries with Sheilan Dikumana.
Hey, you're bad, man. Ice cream, but it be fat good. She tell me, say, papi, she no one know that, baby. Ice cream is sweet, but she want soda. She no want no bad man, say she want bad man, chulo, baby. You say, papi, you're in my head. Still can't explain her. Drive me insane. Too many things I didn't make her. You're in my head, papi. Yeah, drive me insane. Too many girls don't try to go time even no go po. Too many girls don't try to go time even no go po. Oh, baby, come make a vlog, you might go poco. Me, I like it when all the girls them come and go. She said, papi, you're in my head. Still can't explain her. Drive me insane. Too many things I did make her. You're in my head, papi. Drive me insane.
You give me light, charge me up, papa, just like solar. Ice cream, that I want gas me up like soda. Oh. See this pressure you they put me, I don't like I'm at all. No gonna kill you, He say now my body low fetch, even when busy body fed by me. He say nothing me low fetch. Too many girls them try to go tie you for opopo. Yeah, too many girls them try to go tie you for opopo. Yeah. So baby come only me fit to handle your go. Me I know be like all the girls we go come and go.
She said, papi, you're in my head. Still can't explain her. Drive me insane. Too many things I didn't make her. You're in my head, papi. Drive me insane. She said, papi, you're in my head. Still can't explain her. Drive me insane. Too many things I didn't make her. You're in my head, papi. Drive me insane.
It is 10 minutes after 10 p.m. Central Africa time. If you've just joined us, thank you so much for choosing us over the rest. That song there by Tamaya, that one titled In My Head. And before that, we had La Nubian coming in with Makeda. A quick breather, some music, and then we scribe in our diaries.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802. Channel Africa is evolving, and so are you. Stay connected wherever you are with our brand new website and mobile app. Stream your favorite shows, catch up on African news, culture, and conversations, all at your fingertips.
Africa is just a tap away.
Your world, your stories, now on the go.
Stay connected wherever you are.
Visit channelafrica.co.za or download the Channel Africa app today. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Your life, your rhythm, your Africa. Channel Africa. Find it for free on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
Uzozisola, 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 uzozisola.
It is 15 minutes after 10 p.m. Central Africa time. Was Sola there by Justin Vibes alongside Diamonds of Guijo and Azul Serene. Interesting story behind that one. A TikTok creation. Would you believe me if I told you that that song sprung up because TikTok is a real thing? If you've just joined us, thank you so much for choosing us over the rest. This is African Diaries. Sheilan Dikumana keeping you company, and I'm with you all the way through to midnight. It is time for us to scribe in our diaries. Dear African Diary, we lie for many reasons: to avoid punishment, protect ourselves or others, maintain privacy, or escape embarrassment. Often, it comes down to insecurity, wanting to impress, to fit in, or to tell people what they think they want to hear. Admitting we are wrong is so hard. So when the truth hurts, we sometimes shut down or resist it, often without even realizing it. But honestly, and honesty is what we need. Honesty builds trust. Being truthful about how our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions creates a foundation that others can rely on, and essentially builds healthy relationships. So here's the real question. How often are we honest with ourselves? Before we even consider other people, how often do we tell the truth to self?
Yege, 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 yege. This song tarama manangande song is a dog. Dendong tarama kayaka this song is a dog. Me mog me jona va kang kang when a song is a dog. Maybe saw do if a vyat when a song is a dog. Gambo ganga karga botna e jang mayebu. Dumaka wo banyang gang kula bakurma wuwa. Yeba yala babana ye bonda babom gambag. Yebi kobi pinga ye majang babom gambaga. Kurgan ya wuwa. Gambo ga wuwa. Jamgan boga, jamgani sani. Yege, 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 yege. This song tarama manangane song is a dog. Then dong tarama kayaka this song is a dog. Me moga me jona bo kong kong when a song is a dog. Baby saw do if a vyat when a song is a dog. Gambo ganga bakar de botna e jang mayebu. Gamaka wo banyang kula bakurma wuwa. Yeba yala babana ye bonda babom gampa. Yebi kobi pinga ye majanga babom gampaga. Kurgan ya wuwa, gambo ga wuwa. Jamgani sani, jamgan leboga. Mi var mi jona. Kurgan ya wuwa, gambo ga wuwa. Jamgani sani. Yege 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 yege. Kurgan ya wuwa, gambo ga wuwa. Jamgan leboga, mi var mi jona. Yege 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 yege. This song tarama manangane song is a dog. Then dong tarama kaya karte song is a dog. Mi moga mi jona bo kong kong when a song is a dog. Baby saw do if a vyat when a song is a dog. Gambo ganga bakar de botna e jang mayebu. Gamaka wo banyang gang kula bakurma wuwa. Yeba yala babana ye bonda babom gamba. Yebi kobi pinga ye majanga babom gambaga. Kurgan ya wuwa, gambo ga wuwa. Jamgan leboga, mi var mi jona. Kurgan ya wuwa, gambo ga wuwa. Jamgan leboga, jamgani sani. Yege yege mama ye junta mama. Yege 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 yege. Aburu yeso isata mama ye junta na kwa. Yege 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 yege. Mana kala juna ndomi ya matanga ngali kama jongi.
Taking us to Namibia, Sally Nyolo, and this one is titled Gusetu, or Song Gusetu, bringing us to 21 after 10 p.m. Central Africa time. If you've just joined us, welcome to it. This is African Diaries. We're going to take a bit of a breather when we get back. Ours is to recap on some of the conversations that took place this weekend.
Africa, voici Abedi.
Oui, c'est moi.
Abedi est un passionné de musique dans l'âme. Il a un goût pour toutes sortes de musique et passe ses journées à écouter Channel Africa.
J'aime beaucoup la musique africaine.
Ok. Devinez quoi? Channel Africa veut aider Abedi et les mélomanes du monde entier à découvrir encore plus de musique incroyable. C'est pourquoi Channel Africa appelle les artistes africains à soumettre leur musique. Chers artistes, n'oubliez pas de nous fournir toutes vos informations pertinentes à l'email adresse musique@channelafrica.co.za. Les soumissions sont votre chance d'être entendues, mais elles ne garantissent pas une playlist. Toutes les soumissions seront soigneusement examinées pour voir si elles répondent aux exigences de notre station. Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
Stay connected to Africa and the world with Channel Africa, the international voice of South African Broadcasting Corporation. Watch or listen anytime, anywhere at channelafrica.co.za. the Channel Africa mobile app and on SABC Plus or via DSTV and OpenView HD audio bouquet. You can also catch us on social media at Channel Africa on Facebook and at Channel Africa 1 on other social media platforms. Channel Africa, first with the African story globally.
African Diaries, weekdays, 10 till midnight.
23 minutes after 10 p.m. Central Africa time. Let's reflect on the weekend's conversations. We kickstart off with the Oasis, looking at loving through care and early intervention. Now, the shy guy who stood in for Ntsako Mhlanga speaks to Hawa Bibi Mohammed ahead of the World Hearing Day observed on the 3rd of March, that is tomorrow, about why early hearing care matters, especially for children and young adults.
Starting audiology, where did that interest come from? And what is that for someone who's hearing an audiologist for the very first time?
So for me, it was really my focus was on trying to help people as much as possible. And when I came across audiology, I thought it was such a unique way to actually help people, because hearing is such an integral and important part of living in society, in the community, in order to build relationships, work, just live in general. You need to be able to hear. And I think, we don't really take it that seriously as South African. And I think it's really important that we do. And that's why I decided to do audiology. And it really has changed my perspective on hearing and how important that is for us.
On Tech Africa, Puleng Mulabati chats with Debbie Rogers, the CEO of Reach Digital Health, about supporting new mothers through pregnancy and beyond using their app, delivering tips on what to expect every step of the way.
Find out what need did Reach Digital Health notice that motivated them to start this initiative?
I think the big need is that we notice that health facilities are overloaded. And this isn't just a problem in South Africa. This is a problem across the world. But for example, in sub-Saharan Africa, we have 11% of the world's population, 25% of the world's disease burden, and only 6% of the world's health workers. We're completely overwhelmed at facilities. And so women who might be going for their antenatal visits only get a few minutes with the nurses in order to ask them questions or find out any information they might want to find out. So rather than burdening the health system more, what if a mother could access all this information she needed just on her mobile phone in the comfort of her own home?
Now, after 15 years of working with South African leadership teams, Graham Mitchell argues that real growth comes from disciplined execution, not constant disruption. This was a focus on planting the seed with Matsheko Mosito.
We live in an era that almost glorifies disruption. So why do you argue that discipline is not necessarily innovation, and that it's more about a true compounding of advantage, as it were? Talk to us about that. I thought that was very fascinating.
Yes, what we've seen over 15 years of working with South African businesses is that our clients that get the best results, ones that choose a few key areas to focus in, and usually on a sort of quarterly rhythm, and then execute incredibly well on the few items. The results of which, at the end of that 3-month period, is they've improved their business. And then they repeat that quarter after quarter on a consistent basis. And so what happens is each quarter, the business is a little bit better. And those continual improvements compound on each other and results in exceptional results over a period of time.
And lastly, on Africa at Play, Neto Moyane sits down with legendary boxing promoter Rodney Berman to discuss Siya Kuse's second consecutive world title shot, set for later this year in Melina against reigning World Boxing Council champion Melvin Jerusalem.
Did Kuse Jerusalem rematch come about after the original unification plan changed for the champion?
You know, once well, I'm just going to jump ahead because one of my aims now is we are very, very confident that Siya is going to reverse that decision, and that talked about unification with Kalaza could well be his dream. So when that fight fell through, for whatever reason it was, we saw the gap. Golden Glove saw the gap. And as you rightly have just pointed out, in the history of South African boxing, well, in the history of South African boxing, only one person in the South African ring has challenged for that title, and that was the late great Dingon Tabela, and it was one of the most exciting, enthralling fights ever, with 45 seconds to go, and he stopped Glenn Catley. So we all felt it was a great fight in the Philippines, and it opened our eyes to just how great Siya Kuse is. So, as you mentioned, to move heaven and earth, we didn't want to let this opportunity go, and it might never have come about again. So.
For these and more stories, please do head over to our website or app. www.channelafrica.co.za is the website, and then the app is simply Channel Africa. If you want to watch the interviews, head over to our YouTube page, Channel Africa. Simply scroll over to the video section and you should find your conversation of interest. It is 29 after 10 p.m. Central Africa time. Coming up next, we have an opportunity to sit down with gynecologist Dr. Pasha, and we're going to be looking at endocrine disruptor chemical. What are these things? What are these chemicals? I mean, we've all been buzzing around and looking at the work of the University of the Free State when it comes to these particular chemicals that are found in sanitary towels as well as panty liners. However, there is a bigger story to unpack here. And so we do that with Dr. Pasha in just a short bit. For now, let's get some music.
Stop trying to read my mind. I'm not her and she's not me, and you're not mine. No, yeah, with me. Baby, I'm a D&D. Please don't bother me. Hey, be no VV. Flawless diamond piece. Yeah, you gotta make me freeze. Reasons that you gotta. Put in Chanel. Put in Chanel. They say love me, you put me Chanel. They say love me. You will upgrade me, waistline crazy, man, don't chase me. Say you want to see me, where you gonna take me? Put in Chanel. Put in Chanel. They say love me, you put me Chanel. Say love me, put me Chanel. Walking, standing tall, but still fall for me. You come in with baggage, it's costing me. Still don't have it all, but give it all to me. Come and turn me on, but go off for me. That you gotta put in Chanel. Put in Chanel. They say love me, you put me 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 Chanel. Say love me, put me Chanel. I'm a big dog baby and a dog baby. want take me. You say you love me, you ain't put me Chanel. Say you love me, put me Chanel. You say you love me, you ain't put me Chanel. You say you love me, you ain't put me Chanel. You say you love me, you ain't put me Chanel. You say you love me, you ain't put me Chanel. You say you love me, you ain't put me Chanel. Say you love me, put me Chanel.
We are on OpenView's audio bouquet. Channel 628.
Oh, love. Baby, you're right. Oh, love, baby, your fantasy is over, baby. Baby, your fantasy, oh, baby. Swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Do this thing our way, baby, we fly away. Baby, swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Baby, swing my way, oh, baby, we fly away. Yeah. You must be used to all the man them will cruise you. I don't get plans to use you, baby. No, no. Queen, I see you working. You deserve all the working. Diamonds, pearls, and purses, yeah. Oh, no. If you had my love, give you all my trust. Oh, all my trust in you. Oh, oh, oh. I just wanna know what it's like. Loving you is all that feels right. Need you on my side, I decided. Oh, swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Do this thing our way, baby, we fly away. Baby, swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Baby, swing my way, oh, baby, we fly away. Yeah. You say I ain't working, you say I ain't perfect, no. I'ma put the work in on you. Oh. Shake when I see you. Wanna make you mine already. Give you all my time, gon' let me. I'll show you. If you had my love, give you all my trust. Oh, all my trust in you. Oh. I just wanna know what it's like. Loving you is all that feels right. Need you on my side, I decided. Swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Do this thing our way, baby, we fly away. Baby, swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Baby, swing my way, oh, baby, we fly away. Swing my way, yeah. I've been wishing for the day you swing my way. I've been saving my love for you, my baby. Oh, make we do this thing our way. I need you to swing your body away.
It is 36 minutes after 10 p.m. Central Africa time. If you've just joined us, that was Malik Berry coming in with My Way. Before that, Tyler wants you to put her in Chanel. I mean, girl, yes. After all those awards, why not? It is time for us to get into our very first conversation. And this one is a focal point on women, right? So here's a conversation happening in women's health right now, and it's very uncomfortable for some. Others are ready to receive the information. And us right here, we want to know more, okay? That is our focal point. A recent study from the University of the Free State found that all 16 sanitary pad brands tested contaminated for endocrine disrupting chemicals, substances known to interfere with our hormonal systems. Imagine if the systems that spoke to your growth, that spoke to your reproductive system, this is your menstrual cycle, this is you ovulating, were interfered with, were messed with. What does that then mean for a woman's health? And that is the focal point of this conversation, not just looking at the reality of sanitary pads and panty liners, but also delving into other substances and other things that we expose to as women that contain these particular disruptors. And so joining us is obstetrician as well as gynecologist, Dr. Pasha, a specialist serving women from their teenage years throughout motherhood, menopause, and beyond. Welcome to African Diaries.
Good evening, Shayla, and good evening to your listeners.
Listen, I saw the article and I was like, wait a minute. Whoa. These things I trust, right? But then I did a bit of digging and then I found out that the substance, these particular chemicals, can be found in very many things. Tell me where, how?
Okay, so that's a good start. Endocrine disruptor chemicals are not unique to sanitary pads.
Yeah.
They are in our everyday products, in our kitchen, in the toys that we allow our kids to play with, in our cosmetics, in our shampoos. So they're everywhere. They're part and parcel of the environment, whether they're man-made or they occur naturally.
Yeah.
They are part of us.
Yeah.
And this is not unique to sanitary pads.
Sure. But if they can be found in nature and they are part of our daily living, surely the body can fight these chemicals. Is that not the case?
That is true. Our liver, our immune system is able to fight any toxins that come into our system.
Yeah.
However, when we overburden our immune system and our livers with toxins in large amounts and for continuous periods, then the body becomes overwhelmed.
Maybe let's give definition to endocrine disruptor chemicals for those who are saying, what are we talking about?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So let's start by defining the endocrine system in a woman's body, right? So much like the cardiovascular system and the immune system, the endocrine system is part of the woman's body or a human being's body, and it's responsible for secreting and producing hormones. Now, hormones are little chemicals that are in our body that are responsible for various things, for growth spurts in children, for regulating our temperatures, for our libido, for our sexualities, for our female phenotype and male phenotype. What gives males the beard is the testosterone. So those are the hormones. So now if we're talking endocrine disruptor chemicals, these chemicals or toxins are able to combat the effect of naturally occurring hormones or make it doubly effect, if so to speak. They work similar to the estrogen, but now in amounts that we now don't want.
Sure. The voice there of obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Pasha joining us this evening, and we are looking at endocrine disruptor chemicals and how these affect the female body. If you have questions, do find us on WhatsApp +27 832 288 6684.
Got something to say? Are you passionate about issues that matter? Do you have a voice that deserves to be heard? Well, we've got the perfect platform for you. Call in or drop us a WhatsApp on +27 63 406 9126. And we call you back so you could have your say and be part of the conversation.
30 years of age. I just turned 30 on the 15th of November. So yeah, that's who I am, you know.
It's not just talk, it's your chance to air your views. Share your opinion. Engage with the community that values your perspective. Follow us on our social media. Visit our website at www.channelafrica.co.za and get ready to share your views on Channel Africa, the African perspective. From Cape to Cairo, every beat tells a story. It's African Diaries on Channel Africa.
It is 41 minutes after 10 p.m. Central Africa time. It is 19 minutes before the top of the next hour. We are still in conversation with obstetrician as well as gynecologist Dr. Pasha joining us this evening, and we're looking at endocrine disruptor chemicals. We ended off there by saying that these can work against your hormones and they can function as your hormones, right? So doubling the effect, and that's too much in the body. What does that mean for the woman's body then?
Well, it means that if we have excessive testosterone. For instance, all women have got testosterone. If we have excessive testosterone, it's no good for us because then we'll have male phenotype, right? We'll start growing a beard, having male pattern baldness. So everything with hormones has to be a perfect little balance.
Yeah. Sure.
That we call homeostasis. Yes.
So, I mean, the big question is, how do we achieve homeostasis in 2026, right? Because you're saying that these particular chemicals are everywhere.
Right.
And so how do we, I mean, I've got questions, but the fundamental question is, how do we block ourselves from these things?
Okay. So maybe let's go back and say endocrine disruptor chemicals are not necessarily maliciously put out there in the environment. They've got a role in improving products, right? Whether it is paper bleaching, right? If you think of your tree is not white, but we know that paper comes from trees, right?
Sure.
So the bark has to go through paper bleaching, and those are some of the those toxins. So they're not necessarily put there with malicious intent.
Yeah.
If you think about, they improve product performance. If you think about your sanitary pads, they are there to ensure that it sticks to the surface of your panty.
The adhesive at the
right?
back.
They are there to ensure that the pad is able to absorb.
Yeah.
Right? They are there to ensure whether it's plastic or plastic products that we put our food in it, that the plastic is malleable. So first and foremost, not intended with malicious intent.
Yeah.
They've got a role to play. And we are saying you need to be exposed to lots of amounts of endocrine endocrine disruptors.
Yeah.
Right? In order for you to have clinical manifestation of disease. Okay.
So when we are talking about copious amounts, a lot of it, what's the range? Because I'm holding a book, and you said that the bleach, and I was about to throw this book away. I was about to put it to the side, but I realized we need like these heavy amounts. What's heavy in context?
And that's what we don't know. Right? And that's what the study doesn't look at.
Yeah.
And the study wasn't intended to look at the amounts in relation to disease. What the study was just showing is that there are toxins in the sanitary pads.
That's interesting. So let's talk about if you are exposed to heavy amounts of this particular chemical, right? These endocrine disruptor chemicals. We know that for women, they're presented specific to the sanitary pads. They present PCOS signs. They are infertile to an extent sometimes. Have you found that there's a correlation just in your practice? Of course, this was not research that you were intending on doing. However, have you found that this is a cause for some of your clients?
Okay, so the study is the tip of the iceberg.
Sure.
It isn't going to answer all our questions.
Yeah.
And to try and answer, is PCOS, is infertility related directly to endocrine disruptor chemicals? The answer is we don't know. And we certainly don't think that you can attribute all women's ailments to endocrine disruptor chemicals. In essence, if we were saying we rid our world and make it clear of endocrine disruptor chemicals, would women then be free of all kinds of diseases? Not true.
Sure. So how do we position our headspace around this new information? Because, it was a buzzkill on social media. Everybody was losing their mind. Stop using panty liners, What is your headspace supposed to be looking at this stage as a woman?
Okay. So the reason why I also am here is because I was inundated with people coming in, texts from family, do I use panty liners, do I not use? But in the same as you are drinking from a plastic bottle, the study is not intended to instill panic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you stop using panty liners or pads today, you're not free from being exposed from endocrine disruptor chemicals. They are somewhere else. They're in your carpet. Okay? So what we want to then say to people today after the study broke out is that we are now aware.
Yeah.
Right? And what we want to do is that what can we do to reduce exposure? It's the same, and I'm going to make an analogy with a chest x-ray. Chest x-ray, we do it for investigative purposes to look into your lungs to see if there's any disease, right? But we're exposing you to some radioactive particles, and radioactive particles have got their own problems. However, you need to do 1,000 x-rays before you can have the detrimental effect of the cumulative effect of the radioactive particles.
Yeah.
So are we going to stop x-raying people to try get down to the disease? No. We're going to use x-rays judiciously and responsibly.
Sure. I noticed that another factor, at least this was my headspace, your health matters and your level of proneness to disease is fundamentally based on how healthy you are and how much your body can fight off these or harmful chemicals, if you will. What is your take on health and just general health, and women? Because I do feel like we have reasons to go to the gym, but they have nothing to do with our health, right? It's all for shape and aesthetics. What's the conversation that you have with your clients concerning their health and their ability to fight any kind of disease should they be exposed?
Okay. So health plays an important role, right? Health prevents disease, right? A healthy body is able to fight disease and prevent disease, and before we come in with treatment modalities. So it's very important for everybody. I was saying, I was laughing with somebody who called me about this endocrine receptor chemical. What is this now? Endocrine disruptor chemicals.
Yeah.
And I said, but you have a cigarette lit. But you're worried about endocrine disruptor chemicals.
Oops. Okay.
And that's the nature of human beings.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If we are in good health, we are able to fight disease. We are able to prevent disease. Not all, but it really sets us in a good standing.
Sure. I want us to have a follow-up conversation, Doctor. We don't have time for it now. We are pressed. But I did hear through the grapevine and behind walls that BMI is a hot topic these days, right? And this is your body mass index, of course, showing you the distribution of your body, your fat, and. So I want us to have that conversation because I do think that health is if we have health in check, then all these other things won't necessarily be the worst case scenario, And so I hope that we can have you again to have that conversation very soon, yes?
Yes.
The voice there of Dr. Pasha, who is an obstetrician as well as a gynecologist, and we were addressing the reality of endocrine disruptor chemicals. And the basis understanding for me, at least, is that this is not something that you need to panic about, right? These chemicals need to be in high volumes, first of all. And secondly, the healthier you are, the better you can combat your environment. 51 after 10 p.m. Central Africa time, a quick breather, some music, and then we jump into the second hour of the show.
Africa. It's time to plug into the heartbeat of the continent. Tune in to Channel Africa, your go-to radio station that broadcasts in 5 different languages.
L'Afrique du Sud célèbre la journée nationale du
Kabla hujaitwa kwa jina la Double K
or more of our forests have been destroyed.
Tamo kutuli bwanji ndi
Partido Africano da Independência da Guiné.
See, Channel Africa represents every corner of this amazing land. From Lagos to Cape Town, Nairobi to Dakar, we've got you covered with the freshest news, music, and cultures. So, turn up the volume, feel the rhythm. And join the conversation. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Is evolving, and so are you. Stay connected wherever you are with our brand new website and mobile app. Stream your favorite shows, catch up on African news, culture, and conversations, all at your fingertips.
Africa is just a tap away.
Your world. Stories now on the go.
Stay connected wherever you are.
Visit channelafrica.co.za or download the Channel Africa app today. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
Down, say you did not know that. They never told you that I like my tea without sugar. You see a fashionista dressed like my man. They play with my moolah. I don't play with my moolah. I don't play with my moolah. My baby is my healer. She's my healer. La la. I pray, hallelujah. I see the sign from my liar, broken designer. I love the light. I was 22, I realized I'm tired. Love of my life, baby my healer. I see the sign from my liar, broken designer. I love the light. I was 22, I realized I'm tired. Love of my life, baby my healer. But you keep pulling my legs. I did put you for my mind. On my body, I look up. And now everybody on my shit here, look up. Celebration, party, oh. Only family, look on. But you keep pulling my legs. I did put you for my mind. On my body, I look up. And now everybody on my shit here, look up. Celebration, party, oh.
Designers, and I don't really like you. I was 22, now they like Santaria. Love of my life, baby, my life.
I will see the sign from my liar, broken designer. I don't really like you. I was 22, now they like Santaria. Love of my life, baby, my life.
Africa's voices, Africa's journeys. They're all on African Diaries.
Zibuze mibuzo Uvela utikwata Ushinja sonke simo Uhlanganisa moyo wami Uhlanganisa moyo wami Uhlanganisa moyo wami Sugar, sugar, sweet love. Sugar, sugar, sweet love. My sugar, sugar, sweet love. Sugar, sugar, sweet love. Sugar, sugar, sweet love.
It is a minute before top of the new hour. If you've just joined us, Burita coming in there with that one titled Jigizinto. Before that, we had Shay Vibes and that one titled My Healer alongside Omalay. If you've just joined us, welcome to African Diaries, exclusive to Channel Africa.
Conversations that touch the heart and inspire change. Here on African Diaries, only on Channel Africa. Join us on www.channelafrica.co.za.
It is top of the new hour. Thank you so much for choosing us over the rest. This is Channel Africa. Stay connected to Africa and the world with Channel Africa, the international voice of South African Broadcasting Corporation. Watch and listen anytime, anywhere at channelafrica.co.za. and on the Channel Africa mobile app. You can also catch us on social media at Channel Africa 1 on all platforms apart from Facebook. On Facebook, it is at Channel Africa. In this hour, we will be speaking to Paul du Toit. Paul du Toit is the author behind the Book of Persuasion, how you can change people's minds and influence their decisions while building trust. And we're going to be looking at part 4, the essence of telling a story, getting them to say yes, contrast when no makes sense, and these and so many other headlines coming through from the book itself we'll be unpacking. Nevertheless, I'd love to hear from you. Find us on WhatsApp +278 3288 6684.
Africa Speaks on African Diaries with Sheilan Dikumana.
You know, you don't know.
It's a song about it.
Love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business.
Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now. Give me
me feel alright. Anything you wanna do, I'm down with you. Anytime, any day, I go show face. Cause you're sweeter than honey. Baby, you deserve a trophy. This kind of thing go make me marry you. Long as you no treat me corny. Give me love, oh, give me love, oh, give me love. Give me love, oh, give me love, oh, give me love. Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now. Right now. Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now.
Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business.
You should let me hold you, you should let me love you. And when you falling, say I me go catch you. I know your friends don't want me around you. They know nothing, they don't understand you. My baby now my grandma multi elevate. And when she there with me, I concentrate. That's why I tell them other guys to wait.
Baby, one yo. What in you giving no money can buy. Even if una jara, I go throw away. Baby, one yo. What in you giving no money can buy. Even if una jara, I go throw away. Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now. Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now.
Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business.
We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet, channel 628.
My darling, my darling, oh, my darling, my darling, oh, my darling, my darling, oh, my darling, oh. My darling, my darling, oh, my darling, my darling, oh, my darling, my darling, oh, my darling, oh. Too many fine girls stay for you. But I get it, one in particular, where they close the maritina, yeah. You know, say man, you know, can speak for now. Got the money, get the vocabulary, where you feel it, man, I'm there. Me did to do me, some more boys did to do me. Sure, you won't come, go there for some lazy to man, I'm there, baby. We go spray more milk. All I am is they make it more. Coconut oil, no fit to fry or do man, no man, oh baby. My darling, my darling, oh, my darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, oh, my darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, seriously, I feel sharply go fight for divorce. If you go follow me to my heart, oh my love. Follow me to my heart, oh my love. Yeah, oh. Anybody, I'm a make I no catch anybody. Yeah, you cause I feel collapse anybody. I no call ya, they do Teletubbies. Yeah, oh. I no call ya, Skadu, Alibaba, oh no be. Vibes, Anishala, oh I no call ya, for that day, yeah. I know these small boys, they could decide
remember, cause now koto, skiri pepe, dede, I say na me de do me. So my boys say do me. Sure you won't come go dey for salati, do my baby. We go spray more milk. All I am is see them make it more. Coconut oil, no fit to fry or do my no man, baby.
My darling, my darling, oh my darling, my darling, oh my darling, my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, 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 oh.
It is 8 minutes after 11 p.m. Central Africa time. Victory coming in with My Darling. Before that, Shay, Gimme Love alongside Runtown. We are about to get into the Book of Persuasion, how you can change people's minds and influence their decisions while building trust. A quick breather and then we speak to the author, Paul Dutoit.
The whole population of Africa has been shocked to the depth of its soul.
For 60 years, Channel Africa has been the voice that connects the continent, telling our stories and sharing our vision with the world. This year, we mark 6 decades of broadcast excellence.
60 years of stories, sound, and connection.
6 years of African conversations that matter.
This is 60 years of broadcast excellence.
Rooted in Africa's heartbeat and looking boldly into the future. Join Channel Africa as we celebrate 60 years of broadcasting. Still strong, still vibrant, and still giving you the African perspective.
Channel Africa.
Mornings made better with Peter and Asanda on Rise and Shine, weekdays 6 till 9.
In Zimbabwe, traditional leaders are at the forefront of restoring the Miombo woodlands, crucial for rural livelihoods and biodiversity. FAO of the Food and Agricultural Organization has trained chiefs, headmen, and village heads in sustainable forest management, community accountability, and protection from sexual exploitation and abuse.
Traditional leaders are really central because they are the custodians of land and natural resources in rural communities. So in districts like Mudzi and Rushinga in Zimbabwe, they really influence how forests are used and protected. So by empowering them, we strengthen local ownership, we improve compliance with sustainable practices, and ensure that Miombo restoration efforts are really community-driven and long-lasting, which is important.
Renee Chudek, FAO Senior Forestry Officer for Southern Africa.
Mornings made better with Peter and Amanda on Rise and Shine. Africa's heart beats one story at a time on African Diaries with Sheilan.
11 minutes after 11 p.m. Central Africa time. It is time for us to get into that Book of Persuasion. Perhaps yours is Shayla, wait. What is that title again? The Book of Persuasion, how you can change people's minds and influence their decisions while building trust. And yes, it is not manipulation, okay? It is not manipulation. I cannot tell you, Mr. Paul, how many people have come to me and they've just read the title of the book and they're just like, I don't know if I want to read this. This doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't feel right. And I said to them, you need to listen to Mr. Paul Dutoit, who's behind this book. And so this conversation is not just for me. It's for those few skeptics that are saying that this book, I'm not too in alignment with where the book is going. For those who are not familiar with your work, you are a speaker. You have coached a number of people. You've spoken on various platforms. One we're going to talk about tonight that I'm really excited to explore. Let's just give an overview of the book.
So the thing that really caps it is the end of the subtitle, which is while building trust.
Yes.
So what we're really looking at is persuasion sounds like quite an aggressive thing, but it's quite a gentle thing, really.
Sure.
Because you're attempting to simply get people to maybe think differently about something small. Now, the word influence is probably a lot more powerful. And persuasion and influence, in a sense, go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do is to impart skills, in other words, persuasion skills, which are really the basic communication skills in getting people to think differently. And the core thing really is that when we approach somebody and we ask them something and they say no, we kind of think, well, that's it, it's over. But it's not over, because you can change their minds.
Sure.
Without manipulation.
Yeah, and this is what this book serves to do.
Very much so.
Speaking about being able to speak to people and have them agree with you, you did that between the last time I saw you and now. Tell us more at the Reserve Bank, you said?
Yeah, so the Reserve Bank asked me to come in and do some presentation skills for them.
Yeah.
And we had a wonderful program, really amazing people. And I thought to myself, well, these guys are so bright, I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to teach them anything. And I came out and I got an approval rating of 98.5%. So I was very chuffed with that.
I mean,
but we had such a wonderful 2 days. It was vibrant, because we get them to do things practically. They get up, they deliver a presentation, I film it, I play it back to them, and they're kind of, wow, is that me? Is that what I do when I get up and present? So it's the practical thing that really gets them between the eyes when they think, oh, okay, so now I can see what I need to change and what I need to do differently and what have you. And the technique is I ask them to give feedback on what they did.
Yeah.
And then as the facilitator, I'll just fill in a few gaps that they may not have seen. But what I really look for is positive as well as possibly the negative feedback. But the way we couch the negative feedback is to say, let's not call it things I did wrong. Let's talk about learning or improvement opportunities.
Yeah.
A much better way of putting it.
Sure. And how much does persuasion factor into presentation skills?
Well, it's a huge thing, because ultimately, if you're delivering a presentation, the whole objective is to get people to do something. Now, often that involves changing their minds.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest failures I see with most people delivering presentations is that they fail to call for action at the end. Now, this implies that presentations are only sales presentations, but that's not necessarily true. Whatever you're presenting about, you're at least trying to get a change in thought or to convince them to your way of thinking. Even if it's something totally unsalesy, like presenting a white paper, you're still trying to present your findings to people and get them to agree with you, whatever it is. So persuasion, whether it's hard persuasion or soft persuasion, is still a critical skill for anybody. And it doesn't matter whether you're in business, whether you're a university lecturer, whether you're a mom and dad, whether you're in the playground trying to get your mates to do what you want them to do.
The voice there of Paul Dutoit, who is a speaker and the author behind the Book of Persuasion, how he can change people's minds and influence their decisions while building trust. We are in part 4.
We are.
And the first pointer that you put out is how we should tell a story. Now, facts are great, but they don't last long mentally. Why is this the case?
Okay, so I think firstly, part 4 is about persuasion techniques. So let's just go to the pastor in a church. Now, if he wants to get he or she wants to get a message across, the most effective way to do that is not just give them facts. It's to create a parable or to tell a parable. And by telling the parable, you take people on a journey and you get them to envisage something in their minds, a story. Now, let's just think back quickly about when we were children. What was the thing that we looked forward to the most? Our parents telling us a story before we go to sleep. And my daughters were, I could not get away with it. No, there's no time for it. No, Daddy, you've got to tell me a story. And then they'd try and pull us, you finish the story and then it would be, oh, but I want another story. So sometimes you had to tell 2 stories. And then eventually you said, no, look, the deal was a story and you got an extra story, now you must. But they were absolutely addicted to stories. Now, if you think it's any different with adults, it's not. Why do we read newspapers? Because we want to read the stories.
Sure.
Newspapers have stories in them. They're full of stories. So it doesn't matter what age you are, we're addicted to stories. Now, the point with stories, which is quite amazing, is if you just give the data and you say, well, this boat capsized and 78 people lost their lives, that doesn't get you. that's data.
Yeah.
But if I had to say to you, the boat capsized, and this man of 40 years old saw this little girl of 5 in the water. He grabbed her, he found a piece of driftwood, he put her on the driftwood, and he gently waded to shore with her for 19 hours in really cold water. And the way he kept her awake is that he told her stories and nursery rhymes, and he kept her engaged and he kept her awake. And miraculously and astonishingly, they managed to get to shore, and he kept her alive. Now, don't tell me that story didn't grab you.
It absolutely did.
Much more than the data.
Yeah.
So if you want to get people to go along with you, tell them a story.
Sure. The voice there of Paul du Toit, the author of the Book of Persuasion, How You Can Change People's Minds and Influence Their Decisions While Building Trust. And we're looking at techniques this evening, persuasion techniques. And this is in part 4 of the book. If you have questions, do find us on WhatsApp, +27 83 288 6684. Quick breather for now.
Be inspired. Stay informed. Channel Africa, the beauty of life. Now available anytime, anywhere with our new app. Channel Africa is evolving, and so are you. Stay connected wherever you are with our brand new website and mobile app. Stream your favorite shows, catch up on African news, culture, and conversations, all at your fingertips.
Africa is just a tap away.
Your world, your stories, now on the go.
Stay connected wherever you are.
Visit channelafrica.co.za or download the Channel Africa app today. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Africa Speaks on African Diaries with Sheilan Dikumana.
It is 20 minutes after 11 p.m. Central Africa time. If you've just joined us, thank you so much for choosing us over the rest. If not, tell your friends to tell their friends, and everybody else. Find us on channelafrica.co.za on the mobile app as well. Channel Africa. We are in conversation with Paul du Toit, who is the author of the Book of Persuasion, among many other things. But we're focusing on the book this evening, and this book is dubbed The Book of Persuasion, How You Can Change People's Minds and Influence Their Decisions While Building Trust. We're talking about telling a story and how the essentially the nuances of the story grip you, and that's what makes you remember the facts of the story.
We love stories.
I want to talk about saying yes. How do I get you to say yes midst me telling you a story?
Well, the trick really is to get people into a rhythm of saying the same thing. So ultimately, let's say that you want the person to say yes to you in the end.
Yeah.
You get them into the habit of saying yes a few times before you ask the main question. So I had an instance a little while back where I had an interview with the CEO, and then he invited me to come and pitch what I wanted to sell to them, to his management team.
Okay.
So when I arrived, he wanted to know if I'd like some water or if I'd like something to drink. So I said, I'd like some water, please. Now, the fact of the matter is, I didn't really need any water because I just had a sip of water in my car. But I was getting him to obey my instructions.
Oh, wow.
So he himself went and got me this bottle of water, and I thanked him, and I unscrewed, and I took a little sip of it and what have you. I was getting him to say yes to me, and I was training him so that when I asked the main question, the yes would come out.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
And so the process of saying yes isn't necessarily about the story. It's about them experiencing you from the onset.
Yes, but you're almost getting them into a rhythm of agreeing to what you want.
Yeah.
So that when you want them to say yes at the important part, then finally they've just been saying yes all the time, so they just keep saying yes. But you can flip it around with no.
Okay.
Now, the reason that that's quite important is that it is easier for the human brain to just say no than it is to say yes, because there's less risk involved.
Yes.
So you might start off by saying something like, is it bad time to talk about so-and-so. And they say, no. And you say, and, you wouldn't really want to see this and this and this happening, would you? And they say, no. And you say, okay, so is there anything stopping us from signing the contract now? No. Well, they've been saying no all the way along. So, but the problem is if you get them to say no and then yes and then no, there's no pattern. So they then are thinking about their response, whereas what you want to do is to get them into a rhythm of agreeing with you. So whether it's yes or no, but you need to pick a lane.
That falls back to heuristics, right?
Yes, it does, in a sense.
Wow, that is so impressive. So whatever pattern it is you want them to follow has to be something that they approve of as well, because you didn't need the water, but you took it on the basis that you wanted to establish that pattern.
Well, it was also something was offered. Now, if you reject something that's offered, you're immediately creating a bit of a barrier. No, don't worry. Now, barrier number one.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is they come up with a barrier, and then there's another barrier, and so what you're really wanting to do is to be agreeable, but also be ready for something that is not in flow with the pattern that you're trying to create, so that you might then still agree with them, but then lead them in a different direction subtly rather than pushing them back. Now, the whole thing about pushing back is that if you push against somebody, what are they going to do? They're going to push back at you.
Yeah.
But if you then withdraw your hand, they're going to start coming towards you.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is don't keep going up against people and challenging them. Find a way to gently lead them in the direction that you want them to go.
Yeah.
Now, you can argue that that's manipulation, and sometimes it is. But the whole idea is that I can't get people to necessarily only use persuasion for good.
Yeah.
Persuasion is a technique. If you choose to use it for good, that's a great thing. But you should obviously not use it to manipulate people.
Absolutely. I want to talk about contrast.
Contrast.
How does contrast play its role when you, because the examples you made were very much, I thought of sales.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want this, so opt for that, That's how I saw it.
So a good example of contrast in a speech is when Kennedy, when he wanted to recruit people to the war, he said, don't think what your country can do for you, think what you can do for your country. Now that's a way of using contrast in order to persuade. So you're actually flipping it around. Another great example was the Reverend Jesse Jackson was going for the Democratic nomination for president.
Yeah.
And when it became clear to him that he just wasn't going to get enough votes, and that George Dukakis, who was basically a Greek American, his parents were Greek immigrants, was getting a lot more votes than him, he decided to throw his lot in with Dukakis, and he stood up there and he did a speech in support of Dukakis, whom he was opposing a week earlier. And one of the most memorable sound bites from his speech was he said his parents came to America on immigrant ships. My parents came to America on slave ships. But no matter what ships they were, we're in the same boat tonight. Now, I mean, that is a wonderful way of using contrast.
What?
In order to get your message across. And look at how powerful it is.
Sure. I mean, I was gripped by that for a second there.
Yeah.
I want us to talk about, you address a decoy system.
Yes.
The 1, 2, 3 decoy system.
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
All right. Well, let's just use a very simple example. So your son is 11 years old, and his job is to take the garbage out. And he should have taken the garbage out before he went to school, but he didn't, because he's a naughty boy. So when he comes back from school at 3 o'clock, he's already been to soccer practice. Now he's come home and he wants to quickly grab something to eat. Now, you can approach him and say, Johnny, why didn't you take out the garbage? Take it out now. Oh, Ma, but I've got stuff on it. That's not a very good move, because he's going to immediately oppose you.
Yeah.
So how about trying a different method? Let's try the 1, 2, 3 decoy method. So you say to him, hey, Johnny, how was soccer practice? And he says, no, it was lekker, Mom. I almost scored a goal. Oh, fantastic. And what are your plans for the next hour or so? Mom, well, the guys are waiting. I just want to grab something to eat, and we're going to go and practice a bit more soccer on the field. So that's great. Before you go, won't you just take out the garbage like you should have done this morning? Yeah, okay, Mom. So you've actually got him on your side by asking two things that were of interest and showed interest in what he was doing. Now, you can hardly turn around and be obnoxious after you've shown such an interest in what his day's been like. So we call that the 1, 2, 3 decoy method. So the first two were to kind of just soften him up a little bit. And then the third one, bang, you ask him the real question that you want him to do. And there's far better chance that he'll take out the garbage. It's not guaranteed. It might not work, but it's got a far better chance of working because you used some kind of decoy.
Yeah. I want to address the last question, right? So won't you take out the garbage? If you just stopped there and and didn't address the fact that it was supposed to be done this morning.
Well, that might be better.
Yeah?
Quite right.
Aha, I see. Let's talk about persuasion by proxy. What's that?
Okay, so a proxy is getting somebody else to do it for you. And one of the examples that I briefly refer to in the book is when you look at rhino poaching. Now, when most South Africans hear about rhino poaching, we get really angry because this is our wildlife that's been killed for some spurious thing about that the rhino horn is going to help people be more virile and all sorts of nonsense, which is complete nonsense. But the point is there's a market for rhino horn in Asia.
Yeah.
So what do? They get poor people from neighboring villages. A lot of them are in Mozambique, like desperately poor people, and they get paid money to go out and kill the rhino. Now, there are several layers between the rhino poachers and the guys that are actually making the real money from exporting the rhino horn.
Yeah.
So they are getting, quite a few of these poachers are getting caught. Okay, and they're getting tried and what have you, and they get a fine or they get put in prison for 9 months or something like that, and they get let out again. The real guys that are paying them to do it never get touched because they've got too many layers before. So what's happening is that they are persuading by proxy. They are getting somebody else to do the dirty work. Now, in the political situation right now, we are looking at strikes happening on Iran. But what Iran is doing in retaliation is it's striking Bahrain, Dubai, Qatar. These are seen as American proxies, whereas Iran has had its own proxies in the area. So it's all a political game whereby you get somebody else. So, for instance, Hezbollah are looked at as an Iranian, and the Houthis are looked at as an Iranian proxies. So it allows somebody else to do the dirty work while you kind of stand back and pretend it wasn't you.
Sure.
And that's persuasion by proxy. You can pretty much say that a lot of the time it's manipulation, but nobody would do something unless there's something in it. So if you look, for instance, at drug mules that get caught, they get terrible sentences. They get locked up for 15 years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But all that's happening is that the real drug dealers are getting the drug mules to do it. They're finding people that are desperate for money. That'll do anything on the basis that let me take a chance because I probably won't get caught. And then, of course, there are sniffer dogs around and they do get caught. And now suddenly the poor parents have got to try and get diplomatic conversations going to get their kids back. And it's terrible. That is persuasion, or if you like, manipulation by proxy.
Is there a good version of this proxy practice?
I'm sure there is. You can. I mean, it's simply a principle. So you can get anybody to do anything. I mean, if you get your. I remember my parents used to get us to go down to the cafe and buy bread and milk and cigarettes for them, which in those days, it was so long ago, they used to just sell it to kids. Now, of course, they started to ask questions and what have you. But that's kind of getting your stuff by proxy, getting your kids to go and do it.
That's fair. The voice there of Paul Dutoit, speaker, renowned speaker, need I add, as well as the author of the Book of Persuasion, How You Can Change People's Minds and Influence Their Decisions While Building Trust. If you want to send through your questions, find us on WhatsApp, +278 288 6684. Let's talk about authority.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You say in the book that we are hardwired to obey authority.
Yeah, we are.
It doesn't feel like it, though, when we look at the world around us.
Well, hang on a moment. When you're a teenager, you are hardwired to rebel against authority because you're actually flexing your muscles and trying to show that you can make decisions. And it's particularly strong in a teenager, but it's like that in kids as well because they want to prove that they can do things. But generally, if you look at the old family system, so human beings, let's just remember that 10,000 years ago, 10 or 12,000 years ago, we were organized, Homo sapiens as such, or our forebears, were organized in clans of between 50 and 150 people.
Yeah.
And generally you'd have a chief who was in charge. Now, if the chief said, and the chief was in charge because it was usually a him, he was usually bigger and stronger and he'd earned the right to be the chief. Now, your whole survival in the clan was guaranteed by cooperation and by doing your thing. And if the chief wanted to punish you or he wanted to ostracize you, he could actually kick you out of the clan. So we learned to obey authority.
Yeah.
And there have been various studies in that have shown how powerful authority is. And it's like that in many nations. Now, generally, in your historic African culture, you get taught that whatever the chief says, you don't question it, you just do it. In many of the Asian cultures, you don't question authority. You just go ahead whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
So authority is incredibly powerful. And if somebody in authority tells you to do something, you normally go along with it. And I'll give you a great example. When we had the cricketing scandal, the bribery scandals where there was ball tampering and what have you, and there was betting, and Hansi Cronje was involved. Now they questioned one of the newer caps in the Proteas cricket team, and they said, "Well, why did you go ahead and accept a bribe?" He said, "Well, he was told by the captain to do it, and he just got his first few caps." And he said, if the captain said he should do it, well, who was he to argue? It must be okay.
Yeah.
But yet, that particular cricketer, I'm not going to name him, but he went against his own moral code because somebody in authority said he should do something. And that is how powerful authority is. We will go against our own moral code. Now, I'm not going to go into this in detail now, but in the book I talk about the Milgram experiment, which is a benchmark of authority studies, where they actually got, in a simulated situation, they got people to administer electric shocks to people if they gave the wrong answer. And these people would scream out in pain, but actually it was just a fake. They were just pretending to scream out in pain. But these guys continued to administer the shocks because the authority in the white coat with the clipboard told them to do it. So authority is immensely powerful.
Yeah.
So the point is, if you are in authority, you should be using that authority in a responsible way because you have amazing power.
Sure. I want to talk about an experiment I saw where they filled people up who were writing a test in this room, and there were some paid actors. And so the actors, they released a gas that turned the room dark, but the paid actors pretended like nothing happened. So they just kept on scribing. Right. And while people were choking, they decided not to show signs of a struggle and just continue to scribe because these paid actors were acting like nothing happened. Is that a form of authority in a sense?
Well, I guess it is. I mean, there are all sorts of ways that you can trick people to do things.
Yeah.
There was one where these people had been at a party and they'd at a very rich guy's place, and they'd had so much alcohol and eventually they passed out. So they put them in a special room, which had been furnished upside down.
Oh no!
So that when these guys woke up, they woke up and they opened their eyes and it looked like they were on the ceiling.
Oh no!
And I mean, it just and they were already a bit hungover, so you can imagine how they would have felt. Now that's a form of using authority to trick people as well. and very funny.
I think let's end off with charisma.
Charisma is a lovely topic.
You know, for somebody who's listening and has confused charisma, let's define charisma. What is charisma?
Yeah, so charisma is the ability to persuade using charm and influence, and it's a very, very powerful method of being able to get people to go along with you and just believe in you. Now, you look at some of the people in history and in recent history, and in the book I've actually picked 14 examples. 6 of them are women and 8 of them are men who have had incredible charisma, but they are from completely different disciplines.
Yes.
So I've got a boxer there, and we've got someone like Gandhi, and we've got 1 or 2 politicians like Mandela, and then you've got billionaires like Richard Branson, and we've even got Taylor Swift there, a pop star, who's filled bigger stadiums or more stadiums than any other pop star in recent times. In fact, she wields such power that she can get Apple to change their policy because she threatens to withdraw her songs from their platform. That is how much charisma she's got, which is incredible. So we find that there are some people that just manage to get the edge on charisma to such an extent that they become icons in the world.
Yeah. Well, one such a figure is Richard Branson. I do not understand how he convinced people to invest in him when he had nothing to go by.
Okay, so Branson, there's a couple of interesting things about Richard Branson. So I read his earlier book, Losing My Virginity.
Yeah.
And what some people don't know is that Branson is dyslexic, for starters. And the other interesting thing was that he was quite a brilliant school footballer. And on one particular game, he fell quite awkwardly and smashed his knee. And he was out of football for something like 9 months or something, and had to give up playing football. But he just had incredible natural kind of charisma. So he started Virgin Records. He managed to sign up some very interesting acts, amongst them the Sex Pistols, who were totally like off the charts in those days, if you could put it. He got Phil Collins. I think Mike Oldfield was part of the Virgin Records. But it was always a struggle, having to borrow money and what have you. And he got going with Virgin Airlines, and he got to a crossroads eventually where Virgin Records was rather profitable, but his airline was on the verge of going under. And he made this decision to sell Virgin Records in order to bankroll Virgin Airlines, and it was the best decision that he could have made, because in the end his fortune within a period of 10 years increased by 100 times.
Sure.
So and I mean, Branson is extraordinary. He looks at something like 12 business proposals a week to start off small businesses, which he looks at. He rejects most of them, but if something has merit, he will go for it. He's also used publicity in order to increase his profile. He's done some really extraordinary things, like try and fly over the Atlantic Ocean solo and what have you. He's quite a character, is Branson.
He is. He absolutely is.
I mean, that's real charisma.
Exactly. I think I read his book when I was in grades 8, 9.
Yeah.
It's a book I read by him. And I, in my mind, could not understand what he was saying to the people so that they would invest in him, right? Because the idea of getting people to agree with you when you have nothing to show for it as yet is, for me, the most powerful thing. And I think it just ties very well into
he didn't always get it right. He got turned down a lot.
Yeah.
But he had such perseverance. I think what we need to realize is that a lot of these charismatic people, they have some common traits. The one thing is that they are very persuasive, they are very convincing, they persevere, they're often good speakers, they're often people that have gone through hardship and have struggled through hardship. They have all these qualities, and all of them have those qualities.
I think we will leave it there for now. Mr. Paul, thank you so much for joining us. This has been fruitful. Cannot wait to unpack part 5.
Me neither.
The voice there of Paul Dutoit, the author of the Book of Persuasion, how to build, or rather how you can change people's minds and influence their decisions while building trust. If you are looking to purchase the book, please do head over to presentationskills.co.za/shop.
Este é o Caleidoscópio de Canal África, com Remo Samo e João Yabalá.
Moçambique prepara-se para a chegada do ciclone tropical Gezane, prevista para esta sexta-feira, com impacto esperado nas províncias de Sofala, Inhambane e Gaza. O fenómeno, que já causou mais de 30 mortes de destruição significativa em Madagascar, poderá atingir o litoral moçambicano, com ventos de 140 km por hora e chuvas intensas, afetando cerca de 1,1 milhão de pessoas. A aproximação do ciclone surge numa altura em que o país ainda recupera das cheias de janeiro, que provocaram dezenas de mortos e afetaram mais de 700 mil pessoas. Para fazer o ponto de situação, ouvimos Rita Almeida, diretora de Planificação e Cooperação do Instituto Nacional de Gestão e Redução de Riscos de Desastres.
As famílias devem reforçar o teto das casas, as portas e as janelas. Devem evitar fazer-se tanto à rua, devem prestar atenção sobre as orientações em relação a centros de acomodação temporário, devem preparar um kit mínimo básico com fósforos, produtos alimentares, medicamentos.
De segunda a sexta-feira, das 20 às 21 horas locais, este é o Caleidoscópio de Canal África.
One continent, 1,000 stories. It's African Diaries, 10 till midnight on Channel Africa.
Way too busy winning, I'ma lose myself. Every day they go hate on us. Mama says she gon' pray for us, 'cause I can't do it on my own. You that godly, special somebody I know. You beside me, turn this house into a home. Give me one good reason why unions are so. Caught up in the matrix, looking for love in the wrong places. Cover the front page on a Sunday when they discover a location. Cover the combination. All I need is a little patience. Takes guts to break up, key to make up is foundation. Talking about real life, where you do the right thing and it still don't feel right. Set the bar real high. You the broken heart, but you got a zero chill type. Why you gotta be like this? Every single time I be overseas like this. Broken promises when I leave my crib, but you ain't got a problem spending the cheese like it. How many breakups we gon' have? You even made me a plate when I pull up at your place to get back. Even my ex call me a big fan. Give me your time frame, I got big plans. But I don't buy face, I buy sick bags. Jet lag and smoke zigzags. You the right way, then play this back. Running out of things, I can prove myself. Way too busy winning, I'ma lose myself. Every day they go hate on us. Mama says she gon' pray for us, 'cause I can't do it on my own. You that godly, special somebody I know. You beside me, turn this house into a home. Give me one good reason why unions are so. Yo. I'm busy praying for a miracle. You was even in my video. See, I wanted you for a long time. Couple years later, now you're all mine. Star sign, don't give me the cold shoulder like frostbite. Keep it north side. X6 got 4 bites. Gold 6, that smoke bright. They need an angle for their website, but we just living our best lives. Gold chains tangled on my chest like we show up at the venue if the check right. Way too independent for your own good. Maybe that's the reason we started the season up on the wrong foot. Had to be strong, even your mom would. Recommend reading the Lord's book. I need 100%, this is the last push. your memory. In case you forgot with me, paid the cost to follow our heart's energies. Now all of a sudden my chick wanna leave. All of our fans is gon' grieve. All of our haters is gon' preach. Running out of things I can prove myself. Way too busy winning, I'ma lose myself. Every day they gon' hate on us. Mama says she gon' pray for us. Cause I can't do it on my own. You that godly, special somebody I know. You beside me, turn this house into a home. Give me one good reason why yes I sold you. Blue lights in the building. We ain't no ordinary civilian. You never side in your best, even if you Northwest like Kanye's Lil One. Way too busy counting up million. Never gave a fuck about opinion. God bless you, the queen of my kingdom. Undress, let me see the Brazilian. Let me teach you to love a real man. You want the boss or an Afrobeat nigga with a six-pack. Pardon me, I had to express that. I know baby mama is where the stress at. Tryna be the best dad, now respect that. One step forward and two steps back. I could never imagine being a stepdad. They say you gotta stay woke. Super mega is in the same boat. This is my fault, love is blindfold. In a different time zone, how do I know? If she won't try, I lock iPhone. You know she's on fire, Dubai flight mode. Tall guards, pythons, we icons. Life's hard when mega stars collide, dog. Running out of things, I can prove myself. Way too busy winning, I'ma lose myself. Every day they go hate on us. Mama says she gon' pray for us. Cause I can't do it on my own. You that godly, special somebody I know. You beside me, turn this house into a home. Give me one good reason why yes I sold you.
Legendary, late and great, aka coming in with the Kafis song, bringing us to a few minutes before 10 to midnight in Central Africa time. If you've just joined us, hello, how are you doing? Sheilan Dikumana with you for the next 10 minutes as we wrap up conversations. In this hour, we had an opportunity to explore the book of persuasion, how you can change people's minds and influence their decisions while building trust. The element and the reality is that you're not just changing people's minds, you are actually establishing trust. And in order for them to trust you, you need to have their best interests at heart as well, right? So it's not manipulation is what I'm trying to get at. In the first hour of the show, we looked at endocrine disruptor chemicals. And of course, these are very harmful to the female body, in actual fact, to anybody. And we had an opportunity to talk to Dr. Pasha, who just assured us in saying, listen, you need heavy amounts of these chemicals before we start seeing disease-like symptoms present themselves in your body. But what I did pick up on is the healthier you are, the better you experience an environment. And I think that for me was the take home. For now, a quick breather, and then we touch base with Mara's Touch.
Africa is changing, and the world is paying attention. This March, Channel Africa invites you to be part of a new conversation. Africa Matters, a platform where experts, policymakers, and thought leaders come together to unpack the big issues of our time: technology, politics, economics, climate change, and the future of our people. This is where ideas meet action, where change becomes opportunity, where Africa's voice takes its rightful place on the global stage. In March 2026, Channel Africa hosts Africa Climate Change Recovery Summit. Join the dialogue. Be part of the movement. Channel Africa, the African perspective. The story that moves the continent. It's on African Diaries on Channel Africa.
It is 8 minutes before midnight in Central Africa time. Joining us from the city of kings and queens is Mara's Touch of the Afro Republic. Morris, hello.
Sheilan Dikumana, how was your weekend?
It was beautiful. It was relaxing. The weather was rather rowdy, to say the least. But I enjoyed myself. Listen, we're cozy, we're comfortable, we went to the gym, we're revitalizing ourselves. Morris, we're growing. We're growing. That's what matters. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I was gigging on Friday actually, and back to work. Yeah, but it was what I can say about Friday. It was on point. Everything, I saw happy people singing along and dancing. I think that did put a smile on my face. That's the good thing about old school. When people go out for an old school, they actually bring out their best. So yeah, and then we had to chill on Saturday, knowing that we had a hectic night on Friday. We are not in that space where we can be hectic 3, 4, 5 days in a row. No, things have changed now.
Morris, what's going on? Where's the vitality? Where did it go to?
No, I think I did that for a very long time. Because remember, my brand has always been battered by entertainment. So you can just imagine when I started. So it gets to a time where you say, you know what, I can do this for this long.
Sure.
I've had a fair share of hectic nights. I think that's the best that I can say. I've had a fair share of that.
What we do know is that this morning coming up is going to be less hectic, is my understanding. We're starting the week slow. Is that the case, Morris?
Very much so, very much so. We're taking it nice and slow, and we ease you into a brand spanking new week. And this is the first week of the month of March. And by the way, you're celebrating your birthday in March. If so, we're going to celebrate you as well. Take time and celebrate March babies. It's the third month of the year, so we're taking it nice and slow, and not forgetting that we need to engage with the continent of Africa and tell you what exactly is happening in different spaces within the continent as far as trending stories are concerned. We'll definitely take a look into that and just journey through some of the trending stories within the continent of Africa. We'll continue with music, and we'll head right at the end of the show, we'll head towards what we call the connection point. We'll connect with the continent of Africa and give you some stories that really will shock you, or some will excite you, some will give you a different look at the continent of Africa and give you not just a different look, but a different and positive look within the continent, on the continent of Africa. I think that's basically what the show entails today. From 12 midnight to 3 a.m. Central African Time. Afro Republic, live, large, and most definitely direct.
Absolutely. Morris, we cannot wait to hear from you. He takes over in the next 5 minutes. You heard right. That is the voice of the host of the Afro Republic. And he keeps you company until 3 a.m. in Central African Time. It is time for us to say goodbye. Clearly, Morris is saying goodbye to Kitty. So let's get on with it. To the team that has been, thank you so much. What a stunning show. On digital, we had Kopano Madue as well as Rendani Makwerera. On technical production, we had Tito Macau. And on production, we had Kitty Peka. The name is Sheilan Dikumana, and I hope to do this with you again very soon. For now, do take care. Cheers.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
Ambewa se washoni langa mama. Funana no tando lwange.